So hello everyone. So today we will discuss the topic called defining the objects of a class. Okay. So earlier we saw how to declare and define the class. Now defining the objects of a class. Defining the objects of a class. How to define the objects of a class. Here, once the class is defined, an object is created from that particular class. That is definitely sure that once whatever the class you will create, okay, or class is defined, okay, once the class is defined, so 100% an object is created from that particular class. Okay, an object is created from that class. So when you take any class definition, if you define the class, 100% will create an object for that particular class. Okay, now the syntax tells, syntax of this object of the class is, you define class, user defined name, then you have open brace, then you have private section. Here are some members you will specify in the private section. Then we have public. In the public we will specify some functions. These two are what? Access specifiers. Okay. So close. So now when you create an object, you can be with the class only, as we earlier discussed. This user defined name. That is the class name. And object 1 comma object 2, like that n number of objects you can create. Okay, now so class is already a keyword, user defined name as any name of the class. Then the private, in the private we are defining the members of the class. In the public we are defining some functions. So here whatever the class name you specify, same name should be here, and objects can be any name you can create. So for example, if I take a simple example, class, okay, so it is a keyword. We will take one user defined name, num. Num is what? A class name. Then second, we will define the private section, the members, okay, so that is we will define some member functions, member data, okay. Then the public, in the public we are defining some functions. So function will be defined. So int sum will define one function, okay. So int p comma int q, there are two arguments we are passing with the integer data type, okay. So we will take another one, that is int diff, that is also int p comma int q. Again two arguments we are passing in the int sum and also in the int differ. Two functions should define. Close the brace and semicolon. Here the class will be n. Then in the main function what we will do, void main, we are calling these two functions, that is sum and difference, okay. So for that what we will do, we will create an object, that is user defined name means what? Class name. What is the class name here? Num. Num is a class name. So we have to create the object. So I will create one object here, okay. We will create one object or two objects. You can create only one object or two objects. For this class, for this function, one object. For this function, another object you can create, okay. So we will create s1 and s2, two objects. So this is a user defined name, these two are the what? objects. So S1 dot first one, that is sum. So how many arguments you are passing? 2 arguments, that is integer data type. So integer numbers we are passing. Then again second one, that is S2 is an object. The function name is this one. And again 2 arguments also passing with the integer value. So we will pass the 2 integer values, any values. Okay, close the brace. So this is how first we will define what? Class with the name of the class and private section, the members, then the functions what you want to define. Okay, then you can directly write outside of the class or in the main function. You can, it is very easy to write in the main function because number of functions you will write. So with the class name, with the creator, number of objects, and you can call the all the functions with the, if there is arguments you can pass the arguments. If there are no arguments, so just close the function. Okay, this is a simple example exactly how you can create the objects of a class. Okay, so if you take, so if I take another example, you can create like this also, as I told you. Directly you can create with the objects after the your class closes. So we will create one of example. This is one as class student. We will take as a class student. Then for that we will have integer with the roll number. These are the members, member data. Then we have character. Okay, so character as we will take a name. Okay, next we will have some character again for the gender, whatever the data we require for the student. Okay, so we can write so many things. So you have age, roll number, phone number, address, you have so many. Okay, then public. So by default now, as I told you, here we will not define the private. Okay, so by default it will take automatically it as a private. If you write or don't write, it will take it as a private only. Okay, so void get data is a one function. Okay, so void display another function. Okay, there are 2 functions we are defining. Okay, then close the brace, close the semicolon. So directly you can create the object here also with the name of the class, like student. Student is an name of the class. So you can create the object 1, object 2. Okay, so same way you can define in the main function also as we declared earlier. Okay, this is how you can write defining the objects of a class. So when you go to the next one, how exactly you can use the arrays. Okay, you can use the arrays. So that is we will discuss, that is array of objects. Array of objects. Okay, here an array having class type elements, an array which is having an array having class type elements, class type elements. Okay, so whatever the array will define having the class type elements is known as array of objects. Okay, is known as array of objects. Class type. Okay, and another important point, an array of objects is declared after class definition. An array, okay, whatever you want to declare, an array of objects. An array of objects can be declared after the class definition. Declared after the class definition. Okay, if I take an example, now we will see simple example, that is, we will take it as a employee class and name of the class, okay, name of the class, then again the private members. So here character, then name, as we define the array, we are defining the one dimensional array, then int age, close the brace. So here also we are not define the private, so automatically it will take it as a private as a default access specifier. Then void get data, one function, another function void, we have write disp, two functions we can just define, close the brace and semicolon. Okay, now we can call the array of objects, okay, with the name of your, as we discussed previous, that is defining the objects. Okay, just we are calling the objects. Now what you have to do, you have to call with the array, okay, that is with the name of your class. So employee is the name of the class, so we will call supervisor with the array of 3, that is, so how it will be, so 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2, that is 3 are there, so it will be 0 1 2, so supervisor 1, supervisor 2, then supervisor 3. So the array stores in the 0 1 2. Okay, so we can declare again employee, this is the class name. Okay, so with the object we can create object with the array. Okay, sales, again we declare 3, there also sales having 3, that is 0 1 2. Okay, then again we can declare another object, that is employee. Okay, so again with the user defined name means class name, and also the leader we like team leader, so declare it as a 5, size is 5, so it will be 0 2 1 2 3 4, so team leader 1, team leader 2, like this we have 5, so it will read, array will be read 0 to 4. So here, so difference between the objects what we created earlier, the now is we created with the arrays, okay, with the same class name and the object name and the array. Okay, so like this we can create the array of objects. Okay, so here the objects will be created in the after the class also, as I told you in the main, void main. In the main function we can just define the name of the class and also how many objects you want to create. Okay, and also call that functions with that particular objects. Okay, so today we discuss about the how exactly we will write the define the objects of a class and with the array of objects. So main important, what is an object is here you have to note, an object is an instance of a class template. Okay, that is a main. An object is an instance of a class template. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about the next topic of the class. Okay, thank you.